So I'm upscaling this image in Topaz Gigapixel version 8 today, and it's a hummingbird image here. And this is a stock photo from unsplash.com. And as you can see, it's very small. Now this is 100% magnification on the screen. The original file dimensions are 640 by 422. This file size, the actual physical file size on the disk, is only 17 kilobytes. So a very small, very low quality image. And if I just zoom in with the magnifier and just take this to almost 500% magnification now, you can see how rough and compressed and artifact ridden this image is. It's very low res, very small, but I thought it'd be a good one to show off in this particular video. So how I'm going to treat this is I'm going to go up to the upscale factor in the top right first of all, and I'm going to go straight to 6 times, just because with an image this small, I want the end result to be something that's worthwhile, you know, the effort we're going to put into trying to figure this out. So this is going to give us plenty big enough resolution or dimensions on the final file of nearly 4,000 pixels on the longest edge. So let's just move this in and have a look. So we've got several options here with the models, of course. Now, when you start off with files this small, it's almost always got to be the low-res model that works the best. However, one thing I've learned about this software is it's not always, you can't really make assumptions. So I'm going to click the A/B compare icon here, and I'm going to select standard, high fidelity, and low res, which are the 3 potential options for this image. Now, I still think low res is going to be the best model option to use, but sometimes you can be surprised. So never assume, and always kind of start from scratch on new images when it comes to trying to figure out what you're doing for the cleanest result. So let's have a look. So the top left-hand side, we've got the standard V2 model upscale. Bottom left, we've got the high fidelity V2 upscale. And on the right-hand side in the main image, we've got the low resolution model upscale. So let's just have a quick look at the details. Starting with standard V2 in the top left. You see the texture of the bird, the feathers is very, it's sort of haphazard. It's trying to add some little details in there, so it looks like there's some fine details in there, but it doesn't really make sense and flow with the pattern of the rest of the bird sort of feathers and texture. There's also a lot of artifacts around the wing and everything else where it's got some compression artifacts that it's kind of smoothed into these strange blobs as part of the upscaling process. Now, sure, we can go and use the fixed compression sliders to take care of those, but I think we'll find in a moment, looking at the other models, that we don't have to. So going down to the high fidelity in the bottom left, I'd say this is more of a natural result compared to the one we just looked at. You've got some a little bit more sort of just makes a bit more sense in terms of how the textures flow and things like that, but you've got the same problem with the artifacts and the general like mushiness of the texture. And also, it's not just a case of things sharp and in focus or not, because things can be made too sharp for them to make sense. So for example, if you look at the wing of the hummingbird here, this wing's in motion, it's blurred, it's got motion blur. So the fact that on this model in high fidelity you can see these sharper lines than you can on, say, the low resolution on the right, low resolution model, that's not necessarily a good thing, because we shouldn't have those super sharp lines on something that's nice and in motion. So this comes to the right hand side screen, which is the low resolution model. And as I hope you can see, this is by far the most natural looking for this image. We've not had to apply any separate compression adjustments on here, and it's already got rid of all of the nasty compression artifacts just as part of the model's process. And the textures, they might not be as sharp in places as the others, but they make a lot more sense, and they stick to the kind of the flow and the structure of the original image a lot more. So if I hold down my mouse button, you can see the before, which, to be honest, it just looks like a bunch of mushy pixels in places. So it's done a really great job of kind of interpreting that without making it look too artificial. So I'm going to go with the low resolution model. So I'm just going to click that window and click apply model. And that just updates the preview. It doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't start exporting or applying the model to it just yet. Now I'm going to go down. I'm going to skip the generative model section for this. I'm going to go straight to model settings. Now, this can take a bit of sharpening because overall it looks a bit soft. But you have got to make sure you don't go too far, because the areas that are quite sharp, such as the beak, will go over sharp, and you'll start to get some haloing and other artifacts if you go too high. But I think overall this can take quite a bit. And bear in mind, this is 100%. If you were looking at it a little bit further away, then it would become, less. It would just become less obvious that some of the areas are a little bit softer, look a bit more natural. Denoise, I don't want to really do this, but I'll show you why. Because it's got lots of fine texture that it's kind of interpreted from the original mush of pixels. If I drag denoise up too much, it'll start to take on more of an illustrative look rather than a photographic look, because it's going to try and get rid of all those, what it perceives as noise and grain, but is actually kind of interpreted details, so you can see around the eye and the head area. It's all kind of gone all smooth and a bit two-dimensional. So I'm probably, in this instance, I'd probably leave the denoise at 1, or at least a very low setting, to sort of keep all that additive sort of fine detail that's giving the impression of a much higher resolution image than we started with. Fixed compression, I'm not going to touch that in this model at the moment because I don't think there's anything else to fix.